The intergalactic University of Talarex was a strange and wonderful place. Students from more than 70 planets came to study there. Each species looked different. Some had tentacles, some floated, some had armor-like skin. Came to learn in peace. On a quiet morning, in the padded training room 3B, a group of alien students were practicing combat techniques. The room was large, bright, and filled with strange machines. A Trexy student named Jareth was sparring with a floating student called Beak. Jareth had 4 shiny arms, a long neck, and thin legs that bent backward like an insect. His skin changed color depending on his feelings. Suddenly something went wrong. Jareth landed badly after a quick spin. His upper right arm twisted the wrong way. There was a loud snap, and then he screamed. The shiny arm hung at a strange angle. His skin changed from green to a pale blue. A color meant pain and shock for his species. "Oh no, it's hurt," Beak said, his water-like body shaking with fear. Jin, tall and strong Karn student, looked at the arm and almost fainted. "That's a dislocation," he shouted, stepping back. "Someone call the medical bots." "I already did," said Yull, a student made of floating lights. "But they need 8 minutes to arrive. Jareth might pass out before that." Jareth was shaking and breathing fast. The other students didn't know what to do. No one dared to touch the injured arm. In their worlds, bones and joints were delicate. Only trained doctors were allowed to help. Then someone walked forward. It was a human student named Sujin. She was small compared to the others, with short black hair and a calm face. She wore a gray hoodie and held a silver water bottle. Sujin had been sitting at the back watching the sparring match while taking notes. "What happened?" she asked in a calm voice. Jareth's voice trembled. "My arm. It's out. I think it's out of the socket." Sujin looked at the arm and nodded. "Yeah, that's dislocated. You'll be fine." The crowd gasped. Shouted, "Don't touch him. You'll make it worse." But Sujin didn't stop. She crouched down and gently took Jareth's injured arm. "Wait, what are you doing?" Yell said, lights blinking fast. "Relax," Sujin said. "I've done this before." Had 5 dislocations in high school. Played a lot of sports. It's not a big deal. The students stared at her like she was speaking nonsense. "You survived 5 joint injuries?" Beak whispered. Sujin smiled. "One time I finished the game with it out." Jareth blinked in shock. "Humans are strange." Held Jareth's shoulder steady. "It's going to hurt for a second." "No, wait," Jareth started, but it was too late. Pop. It echoed through the entire room. It sounded like a bone breaking, but it wasn't. Sujin had popped the shoulder back in. Jareth let out a loud cry, half pain, half surprise. Then he sighed. His arm was back in place. The pain was gone. He looked down at it, blinking in. Disbelief, the other students stood frozen. No one spoke. Some looked sick. Jinha actually sat down on the floor and covered her face. "You just fixed it?" Jareth asked softly. Sujin stood up and dusted her hands. Beak's voice trembled. "You used no tools, no scan, no gloves." Sujin shrugged. "That's normal on Earth." Jareth looked up at her with wide eyes. "You fixed my arm with your bare hands." "Yeah. Welcome to human first aid." The silence broke. Everyone started talking at once. Some in fear, some in awe. A human had fixed an alien's injury with just her hands and a loud pop. They had never seen anything like it. After the loud pop in training room 3B, the name Sujin became famous across the Talarex University. Everyone was talking about the human girl who used her hands to fix a dislocated alien arm. The video was shared in over a dozen languages. Some students watched it in shock. Some watched it again and again, trying to understand how she did it. Even professors in the medical building watched it in silence. That evening, Jareth sat in his dorm, staring at his arm. It was healing. It still felt sore, but it worked. No broken bones, no nerve damage, and no machine had touched it, only Sujin. The next day, Jareth found her in the cafeteria. She was eating something strange from Earth, a box of noodles with spicy sauce. Her face didn't change as she chewed the fire-red food. Jareth walked over slowly and sat across from her. "I owe you," he said. Sujin looked up and smiled. "You're walking fine." "That's good." Jareth looked at her carefully. "I also have a question." "Shoot," she said. "You do it so fast? No scan? No help? No fear? Not even gloves?" Sujin shrugged. "Back on Earth, we don't always have scanners. Sometimes you get hurt far from help. Like hiking in the mountains or falling off a bike. You learn how to handle it, or you cry until someone finds you." Jareth shook his head slowly. "And this is normal for your people?" She nodded. "Most humans go through stuff like that. As kids, it makes us tough." Jareth looked shocked. "So humans are trained to deal with pain, not trained," she said. "Just grow up like that. We fall, we bleed, we keep moving." Jareth blinked. He had read about Earth before. But the books didn't explain this part. They didn't say humans were used to pain. Later that week, Sujin was called to the health center. The robot doctors had reviewed the video. The head AI spoke in a flat tone. "Unauthorized medical contact. Non-licensed physical adjustment." Sujin sighed. "Do you want me to apologize for saving him? Violation of health protocol?" The AI repeated, "Risk level, medium." But then something strange happened. One of the professors, a half-crystal being named Professor Varn, spoke up. "I have reviewed the footage," Varn said. "The injury was healed successfully. There was no damage." "This act shows strong practical skill," the other professors agreed. Some even suggested starting a new course, human physical endurance and primitive healing. Soon, strange things began happening. Students from other planets came to see Sujin. Some asked her to explain human joints. Some asked to feel her. Shoulder bones, one even asked. "Can you pop mine for fun?" Sujin laughed, but said no. More shocking things followed. During another training session, a Karn student named Jinha tripped and fell. Her heavy body hit the floor with a loud thud. She gasped and clutched her side. "I think, my rib," she cried. The bots were busy elsewhere. The other students didn't move. Sujin ran over. "Don't touch it," someone warned. But she already knew what to do. She placed her hands carefully, checked the rib, and used simple pressure to hold it in place. Jinha winced. "You're not scared?" Sujin smiled. "No. This is basic first aid on Earth." When the bots arrived, they scanned Jinha and gave a strange message. Human intervention successful. Damage minimal. Healing speed increased. From that day, everyone treated Sujin differently. She wasn't just a human anymore. She was the fixer, the shoulder popper, and Earth's medic. Professors wanted her help in classes. Students wanted her stories. Even the AI doctors started asking her about human healing. Jareth wrote a report for the sociology class. Humans are not weak. They are built for pain. They survive it. They fix it. They don't fear it. The one line stayed with everyone. They don't run from pain. They walk right through it. At the end of the semester, a statue was placed near room 3B. It showed a human girl holding a water bottle, crouching next to a four-armed alien. The metal plaque said only 3 words: "She fixed it."